Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello. It's your girl here today. We're still waiting on Miss Journeys over here. She'll be here in a minute. She's just taking care of some things. She'll be back. I look super cute today. Y'all usually don't see this much skin. I thought I'd switch it up because we're going on a little road trip today. So, I wanted to tailor my outfit to like road trip vibes. So yeah, sorry if it's too much exposure. But yeah, so today our episode is called Eras Tour. So contrary to popular belief, I am not like a Taylor Swift stan. Do I hate her? No. Do I go out of my way to listen to her? Also, no. But I obviously am on the internet. I don't live under a rock. So I saw everybody talking about the Eras Tour, Eras Tour this, Eras Tour this. And then obviously everybody also is, I said a couple episodes back when we first planned this episode, I had just said on the show something about like I'm in my rich girl era. I don't know what I said. I said chill girl era. I think that's what it was. I'm in my chill girl era. Like, I'm not gonna like be so emotional. She's still emotional. The chill girl era has not started. So today we're just gonna talk about kind of like the different like eras in our lives and new beginnings and stuff like that. Last week I talked extensively about my rebranding. That was a big topic of discussion, and let me share this on Facebook. I forgot to do that just so that everybody can tune in on my personal page before Miss Jennifer comes in. But yes, last week I talked extensively about my rebrand. If you don't know, now you know. My name is Abigail, but I go by Abby. And but I always spelled it Abby, and I'm just having this like internal like conflict with myself because I want to change it to ABI, which funny enough, my mom made these little notes for our show and she changed it. She put ABBY and then she changed it. And someone else close to me also is like made that change. And I'm like, I don't even know if I'm ready for that, but I'm glad that everyone else is like respecting, my rebrand because it, I hold it near and dear to my heart. That being said, when it comes to names though, like call people by the name that they ask you to call them. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I also will kind of come up with like a fun little nickname for somebody. But if they clearly don't like it, then like don't call them that. Or if like you're mispronouncing someone's name, that I've seen that as a big topic of discussion too. Like mispronouncing names and like how to kind of go about that. But anyways, that's aside from the topic. I'm waiting for Miss Jennifer to get here because she's right. It is kind of hard talking by yourself. And she is a yapper. She is me. I can yap. Anyways, so Eras Tour. So that is my kind of new era that I'm entering in. I definitely see a new era for myself in the next like year or so. Just like in life, I just feel so I turned 25 back on October 29th last year. So I turned 26 this year, and everyone told me that like, okay, when you turn 25, like something just clicks in your brain and everything makes sense now. You're like a full adult. That frontal lobe is like, she's done cooking. She's ready to go. And so I was like expecting that. Now, humble brag, I think I've always been like mentally ahead. I've actually might offend people, but when I say this, but I don't know. I just think I'm really smart. Like I think I'm smarter than most people. I know I kind of like have this like little ditzy little thing about me, but anyway, I actually think I'm really smart. So I felt like that thing clicked for me on my 24th birthday. So 25, nothing happened. But as I approach 26, I think I'm getting like a delayed, like, oh, I need to grow up kind of mentality, if that makes sense. So that's my new era that I'm in. I have about a few viewers on here. If you guys want to tell me what era you're entering in, so we can talk about that. Because I just want to know, what new thing we all want to try. Also, shout out to my girl Brittany. I don't think she's on the show today. She's at least not commenting. She told me that she would be in Barbados. So congratulations, or not congratulations, but let's all give Brittany a big round of, I don't have the sound effects on my board, but yay!
Did you say you tailored your outfit?
I didn't say that. Oh my God.
You said you tailored it for a road trip. Oh. Hello.
See, my mom, this is why sometimes I don't like making up the themes or like the titles because she takes them way too literally.
I've been planning this prank forever. And lots of my friends know about it.
You really did the most.
I did do the most.
The
And
lipstick isn't red enough though.
I couldn't find my red, and I knew you were going to yell at me.
I feel like people are going to think I'm like this huge Taylor Swift fan, and I really don't want that information out there about me because it's not true.
It's me.
You're the Taylor Swift fan. You did the winged eyeliner too. That's crazy.
I'm the problem.
You're so funny. So introduce yourself. I've been just talking.
Hello, good morning. I actually was legitimately late, and then it gave me a little more of an excuse to make my entrance.
To make you're cosplaying.
Uh-huh.
You're literally a cosplayer. Is this your new era? Are you going into cosplaying?
No, because I think that's weird, even though I'm kind of doing it.
You think
I gotta
it's
tell you
weird? I think it's so cool. What do you
Really?
mean? Yeah. Well, okay. I think some people get.
What do they do?
So I think it's just like dressing up as like different
I do like dressing up.
characters. Like, so for me, like I don't necessarily like dress. Well, I guess I do. So y'all know I've been obsessed with the Cheetah Girls like my entire life, but especially like recently, like again, I was talking about going into my 26th year of life, and like I don't know, I keep talking about my birthday, and I'm like, I want a Cheetah Girls birthday. So, but like I want to have like people over or something, or like have I don't know if I want to do like a bigger party or something smaller. I'm not sure yet. I'm still deciding. But I want to do something where I just want everyone to dress like a cheetah girl. So that's kind of cosplaying.
See?
So yeah, you
I
said
think
it's weird. I don't think it's weird.
Well, no,
I think it's weird when people like
this is really hot.
when people like there. For instance, there's people online. Like there's this girl. I forget her name. Oh, it's Paige Neiman or something on TikTok, and she literally like her entire thing online is that she looks like Ariana Grande. But so much so that she goes out of her. It's not like they might already have similar features, but then she really leans into it and like dresses like her, talks like her, does the same mannerisms as her and stuff like that.
Would you do that if you looked a lot like someone?
No, I would
No?
want my own identity.
Well, yeah.
Because remember, there was this person on America's Got Talent. This person was like singing, and she kind of like had a Pink, the artist, like had her kind of vibe, like, and kind of had a similar voice, and that she did that for a living. She was a Pink like impersonator or whatever. But she went on the show. She goes, I don't want to do the Pink thing. I want to be my own person. And they told her to sing a Pink song, and the judge was like, you're trying too hard to be Pink. She goes, they told me I didn't want to do that. So no, I don't think I would do that. If I look like a celebrity, I'd still want to like be my own.
Isn't it kind of funny? Obviously, we're already branching off topic, but isn't it funny? Like people who can impersonate, like they can nail it.
Yeah.
And then doesn't it kind of take away from the original artist? Like, oh man, you can sound exactly like.
No, because they're an impersonator. What do they say? Imitation is some a form of flattery.
Yeah, I know, but I just mean like if somebody else can do it, I don't know. It takes I don't know. Anyway, I was at a long time ago, long time ago. I was at a concert for not a like a Broadway person, but not a famous one. Like just anyway.
Yeah.
But he had a friend whose name I didn't recognize, a female friend, also like come out and do some songs, and I was like, man, like she kind of sounds like Barbara. She's given like Barbara Streisand. Yeah. It was Barbara Streisand's half sister or something.
Oh,
yeah, seriously. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, there you go. They have similar. I guess they're getting it from their mom or their mom's side. But yeah, it was interesting. These bangs are hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're cute though. I like it. I love the cosplay.
I can't take them off now because
you've committed.
I've committed
to the
I've committed
cosplay.
to an hour of it.
That's your new era though. You're a cosplayer.
No, that's not my.
My new era is, I don't know exactly what it is.
You said it was your.
I said chill girl.
Chill girl. Yes.
Chill girl era. I'm trying to be more like mentally and like emotionally, not mentally, but like emotionally stable. I'm trying.
How's it going? Let me know. What are you doing? What are you doing to accomplish that?
I think I'm pretty mentally stable, but I don't think I'm emotionally stable, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like, I don't think there's anything like wrong with me. I think I might be feeling things. She's a crier. I was talking about this with my friends the other day about how I'm like, I cry like a lot. Almost every day. Not every day, but almost every day.
For what? Sadness, frustration, anger. I'm an angry crier.
I'm an angry crier and a frustration crier.
Which is kind of the same thing.
Like, oh, you know those, I don't know if you ever have dreams, like, you know when you wake up from a dream and you feel like frustrated and anxious, and in the dream, like whatever it was, you were just, let's say you're like trying to do something over and over and it's just not working. Like you're trying to, I don't know, stack boxes and you just can't reach the top or something. It's like something stupid like that.
That's what I do awake.
But you know when you wake up and you like are feeling frustrated because you like, so those are the types of feelings that make me cry. That where I feel like, oh, because I'm like,
just because you're impatient.
Well, yeah, I'm incredibly impatient.
Well, okay, good. I'm glad you agreed with like you are.
I'm impatient and I'm irritable.
Mm,
Yeah.
sir. Accurate descriptions of you, Abby. Now do me. No, don't.
Oh.
I know. I procrastinate. I'm late. I'm messing.
You're a hot ass mess.
Yeah. Emphasis on hot. Like literally, because I'm hot right now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So what's your new era? I feel like you entered a new era when you turned 50. You like made all these declarations. Remember? And you also said you were
Did I officially? Because have I stuck to them?
Well, you said you were going to move to Paris. You're like, you would not. We were in Europe.
First of all, that is not exactly what I said. And I did say not during the Olympics year.
And the Olympics is done.
I said during the summer. So it has to wait till next summer.
Anyway,
I got a lot going on.
We were on our trip to Europe. We were gone for 10 days. And we went to Paris on and on like the third or fourth day. And for the rest of our trip, oh my gosh, I should like really move to Paris. Like I feel like, but I do that same thing too. Like if I get something in my head, then that's all I can think about. And I'm like, literally, I'm like looking at apartments. And I'm like, I don't even like, why am I looking at apartments in another country?
I totally did that.
You know what I'm saying? I do the same thing though. Like I think I overshoot because you get excited about things. But you said you're a procrastinator. Do you think that like makes you procrastinate it more because you feel like you already like did all the work and you're just like waiting for things to happen?
Well, I mean, so
speaking of Disney Paris, this is Disney Paris, my gay mug.
There's a lot of things that have to kind of align for that, or would be easier to align for that, right? So like, assuming that I'm still with the same company,
yeah,
they do have a program where you can go, because I work remotely,
yeah,
but because you're out of the country and there's legalities of that, what I mean, you have to have their permission, but they do have a program where you can go there for 90 days, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Then they just make sure, the nearest office knows you're there in case there's an emergency, in case, and like, if there's a problem, like there's something, I don't want to say anything bad, but something bad happens, like they need to know where you are. Right.
Yeah.
So they have a program. So there's that, there's monetary things, make sure I can afford it. And part of that has to do like, are we still together next year? Like living together, you know what I mean? So if not, like, do I put my stuff in storage and just not, you know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of planning that would have to go into it.
Yeah.
And I think like there's some baby steps that need to happen before I can even get
I don't know. I'm all in. I'm just like, let's do it. So like whenever you say things like that, whenever you're like, oh, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with you, figure you out. And now we're having family therapy here for a second. Do what you want to do and I'll adjust. I don't like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
No, but that's like the 25th step. That's nowhere near the top. It's like, it doesn't.
My new era too is I want to be healthy. I so badly wish I was one of those girls that like got up at like 4 a.m. and went for a run.
That'd be cool, huh?
Right. I want to be that girl so bad. I'm inching. I woke up. Well, one day this week I woke up early and went for a walk. It was not a run. It was a walk. It was a stroll.
Something.
It was something. And I've been eating a lot of vegetables and like drinking a lot of water. Yeah. I'm entering my healthy skinny girl era.
Oh, okay. So I'm
in my skinny girl era.
I'm
entering.
You're like approaching it.
I'm approaching it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like on the front doorstep.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you rang the doorbell yet?
No, I like just parked. Yeah.
How far is the walk to the door?
It's a long drive.
It depends.
Yeah. But that's my new era. Yeah. I'm trying to be like healthy because also a part of turning 25, what they don't tell you, they talk about the frontal lobe. What they don't talk about is the body changes and like
try turning 50.
How I can't eat what I used to eat. I can't do what I used to do. I have to be more. And oh my gosh, like last week I was having like hiccups so bad, like hiccups and heartburn. And then
that was rough because I had a baby at 25, and that, how you see all the cute moms, and we probably have some out there that, wore their old jeans, like, 4 weeks later or whatever. That was not me.
No, but
4 years later I was wearing
but that's also kind of why I want to be like healthier too, because like even regardless of like aesthetics and like being skinny or whatever, like I feel like I'm getting older. Like every minute I'm like, oh my gosh, I just
You
like
are.
I knocked another like 10 years off my life.
10 years.
10 years.
Oh, back to
Well, because I probably, if I like was perfectly healthy, I think I'd live to be like 300. I think it'd be one of those.
300.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
We should get on that.
Well,
You got to walk.
I've eaten a lot of fast food. I used to smoke cigarette. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no 300. I'm saying if I was healthy, I think I would live.
Like if you were continuously healthy, like since birth.
Yeah.
Well, I probably had something to do with that too. Anyway. Oh, you were talking about your cheetah girl thing. And I think there is something about, and maybe it's just, what's probably girls. I don't know about boys. But anyway,
What?
there's something about like the need to dress up. Like I think everybody still likes Halloween.
I love a theme. I love a theme.
Where do you get that?
I have some friends in the choir who like always do like themed parties and stuff, and I go all in.
I know, I'm kind of jealous because you get ready here and I'm like,
Can
your mom go?
I went to a party and it was Barbie prom. So not only was it Barbie, it was prom, and she literally, if you know, you were, a lot of you watching were probably there, but she literally did like a king and queen, like she goes all out, which that's my friend who also does cosplay. So like, yeah. So super cool. Anyways, but I love a good theme. So I was so excited to dress up for Barbie prom. And then like,
when you dressed up for the choir show last Christmas, like I was all excited for that too. Like,
oh,
I was all in it.
So our last Christmas show, I had a Elsa solo or whatever, and so obviously I like dressed up like Elsa. But then I was going out with my friends after, and I was like, well, I still need to be like Elsa vibes. Like for me, there's a vibe and there's a theme for the night. First of all, because I had also put in fake hair to have a super long braid to be Elsa vibes. I was like, I can't just have this long braid and not be Elsa vibes afterwards. So when I took off like my costume or whatever, my outfit, it was so cute. Go on my Instagram, you'll see it. It was like a blue little turquoise like pencil skirt. Well, not little, it was long. And then like this like white top with like fluffy snowballs at the ends and on the collars. And I was wearing my sparkly shoes. Oh, they're gorgeous. But yeah, so I had to do the theme even afterwards. So that's what era I am in, dressing up. Well, that's why I want to be skinny so I can like fit in my clothes again, my dress up clothes.
So when we picked the show title, Abby vehemently is like, but I'm not into Taylor Swift. And I was like, but it's cute.
It's like a play on
think
that narrative about me.
Mentally,
I really
I'm already like, I'm going to prank this girl.
It's
right?
social suicide.
Oh, well, I don't care. I love me some T Swift. But like, no, I went far. I researched. You say I'm a researcher.
No, yeah, you wore the sparkly shorts.
I got the sparkly shorts on. I knew they wouldn't show. I actually wasn't going to wear them today. I just got them so that I could. Oh wait, I've got more. But anyway, so
well, and you didn't even wear red lipstick.
And then the thing that I have a whole shoebox full of lipsticks, and
you couldn't find one red.
Not one being red. and of course, I leave that for the last minute, right? So
yeah.
It's like, wow. Wow. I even found like the liquid eyeliner, which I don't wear. I mean,
yeah,
I was on it.
No, you look cute though.
Thank
Giving
you.
very T Swift, T Swizzy. Speaking of T Swizz,
but wait. So I watched the Eras tour thing.
Oh, the movie?
Have you watched it?
Why would I watch that?
It is really good.
I like Beyonce, and I didn't even watch the Beyonce one.
Oh,
there was a Beyonce one, right? I think there was. I didn't even watch it.
I don't know, but anyway, I was texting my friend Danielle and Michelle in California. I was group texting and I was like, okay, listen, I'm pulling this prank. And I like sent them a picture of the bangs. I'm like, worth every penny, and I'm just like, and I was like, should I wear this? I wanted to match what I think my era is with what she was wearing in the show. I mean, I was going out loud, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so
well, that's why it's called the Eras tour, because it was a different era.
So the era that I was feeling, at least when I watched it, if anybody's seen it, was her Midnights era. Exactly.
I don't know what that is.
It's just an album, but it's songs I had never heard. But she has a song called Bejeweled.
You know what song I like by her though? You are the best thing that's ever been mine. That's a good one. I also like.
I played that with a video of this on my Instagram.
I do like a couple Taylor. I'm not gonna lie.
But it was, and those are just her hits off those albums, right? So it's really good, and there's songs I've never heard. And anyway, I've never heard of this album, and I like the song Bejeweled. She's kind of a little badass when she sings it. She's kind of, Anyway,
you kind of look like you have a crush on Taylor Swift.
I kind of do.
Are you in the alphabet
She's also like my height.
Mm-hmm.
So she's tall girl.
You sound kind of gay.
She has a lot of relationship issues. Same. I mean,
Oh
like,
no, she's like your spirit animal.
Yeah, we're twins.
So it's not like in a gay
we're
way.
twins. I
You're
can't
like-
be her mom though. I'm too young to be her mom, so that's nice.
Are you? How old is she?
She's born in '89 because it's her album thing.
And you were born.
Well, I was in high school.
Yeah,
in
I'm about to
89,
say you were in high school, so
Yeah.
you could be her mom. People have kids in high school.
So, okay. I hadn't.
You could have given birth.
I mean, I could. Anyway. No. Anyway, so let's just say I'm her older sister.
You look really cute though.
Thank you. The bangs are going on me, but I'll never cut them.
She's banging.
I'm banging.
Oh my gosh, speaking of haircuts, speaking of new era. So the last time I got a haircut, I was like, I told the girl, I was like, I just want my same haircut. Like, I don't want anything new. I was like, I want my hair to look the same, just like get rid of the split ends or whatever. I was like, I'm just not ready to enter into new era. I think I'm there. I think I want to switch up my hair. So I had a hair appointment and I had no plans for this hair appointment. Literally my hair is very long. It goes like to like almost my belly button. And so I was like brushing through and it was getting really tangly. I was like, oh, she needs a haircut. She needs a trim. And so I just booked the appointment for that. But then before the appointment, I was like, I might do something crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, I won't know until I get there kind of thing. Right. Just a cut. I don't want to put color in my hair right now. I'm not in that era. I'm not in my money bags era. So I can't afford to do that.
I'll show you later, but I went like TikTok deep.
I'm not done.
I hate that I do that. I've never done that. Anyway.
I'm not done.
All right.
And so I was going to like enter new era, like maybe get bangs. Like, I don't know, do something crazy, do something fun. But Holly was sick. That's my hairstylist. Holly is her name. Someone's here. Who's here? Should I get the door? You talk.
Maybe it's Amazon.
Get the door. I'll get the door. You talk. BRB.
That's not. Oh, it is a doorbell.
Yeah.
Somebody's ringing our doorbell. Did I order some more Taylor Swift gear from Amazon? Anyway, I haven't even said what my hair is. I'll wait. I don't want to repeat myself. Oh, she's talking to someone. Y'all want to listen in? Okay, you're not supposed to have silence on the radio. So anyway, I was talking to my friends in California and I decided that I wanted to do like the midnight era thing, but it was intense. It was like a blue, fringy, sparkly like bodysuit, like think like Beyonce bodysuit. I wasn't gonna do that. That's not ever happening. Was it like a solicitor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
First of all, he said I do bugs, and he showed. I was like, do you have something to drop off? Like, I was kind of rude, actually, probably a little bit. I'm in my rude girl era. I'm just
No. Wait, so anyway, I had silence, which you're never supposed to do on a show. And I was like, I don't know. Anyway, so I was gonna get this whole fringy blue dress, right? And they have like it's under like dance costumes, so they're not actually super expensive. But I was going full out with the era of choice, like to do the whole T Swift thing. And so I'm sending this to my friends, and I'm just laughing like the whole time. I'm like, I'm buying this, I'm buying this, and I was like, okay, guys, like here's the deal. Like I could get this T-shirt, which I feel actually is pretty reflective of me. And I'll wear it again, or I can get this dress that actually like then I'm really, really like dedicated to this prank, right? And so I was like, but I feel like the shirt at least I'd wear again. And Michelle, like at the same time, she goes, I'm feeling like the shirt you'd wear again.
Yeah.
Right? So, and then Danielle said, anyway, we all essentially said the same thing at the same time. So I was like, done. Anyway, that's my prank story.
Can I give a PSA?
Sure.
And I normally do this, and I know I might get in trouble with my friend because she says that I'm like careless. She doesn't say that, but like that I didn't look in the people before I answered the door. I should have done that. Then I wouldn't have answered.
Yeah. And we have a camera, so really we could have.
I know.
If I bring the other thing in here, we can actually see who comes. Maybe I'll do that.
Okay. But anyways, he said I do bugs, and I was like, girl, I don't have bugs.
I would just not have answered, but that's me.
I know. I should. I don't know why.
Hey, you never answered.
I don't know. It felt important. You said Amazon. I got excited. I'm like, what did we order? I don't know. I got excited.
Anyway, so my era. See,
let's talk about me.
Wait, you keep interrupting me. I was going to say about the dress up thing. So last year, you said you wanted to do the cheetah girl thing. Remember last year, I wanted to have like a whole cops and rubbers.
Yeah,
because I was turning 50, and so it was like 5-0. I had a whole cop thing going, and then I didn't end up having a party. And then I got a costume to be Sally O'Malley for Halloween. It's a Saturday Night Live thing. She always says, I'm 50, right? Anyway, and then I didn't dress up as that. And now I have a Taylor Swift outfit that I probably will never wear again.
I
but-
did do a Cheetah Girls vibe for one of my birthdays. Remember when you came to Austin and I wore the like Cheetah Girl bodysuit and then with my little I have the cutest denim jacket with like cheetah print trim. Ah, so cute. I'm such a Cheetah Girl. I want everyone to comment. If you were a Cheetah Girl, which one would you be? Here are your 4 choices. Galleria, that's me, so that's the wrong choice for you. Chanel. Okay, that's Adrienne Bailon. Love her. Then there's what's her name? Aqua, who was originally supposed to be Solange. Knowles Carter. Not Carter, just Knowles. Sorry. The other one is Knowles Carter. Anyways, AKA Broken Promiseth. And then there's Dorinda. I don't know her name. It's Sabrina something, I think.
She's a blonde girl.
She's the blonde girl. She's the one who wears orange.
Oh.
I'm Galleria because I wear pink.
Is that Raven Simone?
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm Raven Simone.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Obviously, I'm That's So Raven. It's the future I can see. That's so Raven.
Also, when we were doing this, I was thinking about how I did take you to a Taylor Swift concert when you were like 13.
I was younger than 13.
Okay.
I was like 10.
Pretty sure you were not.
Pretty sure when I was 13, that's when I was 14 when I saw Beyonce. But pretty sure I was not in high school. I was definitely like in like junior high. I was in like 6th grade. So I was like 11 or 10.
She was 13. Anyway.
I was not. Oh my God.
So I was
not 13.
I actually enjoyed it. Like I was pretty shocked that like the Eras tour, obviously I've seen that. That is ridiculous and super expensive. And
I'm gonna look something up while you talk.
But she's gonna look up how old she was.
I'm gonna look up because I remember what album tour it was. I think it was
Fearless.
Speak Now.
I thought it was Fearless. No, maybe not. Anyway.
No, it's not. You're right. It might be Fearless. I don't know her album names, but yes, it was the one. I know album covers, which actually drives my friend crazy because one time I was driving and I was making her be DJ and I wanted to listen. We were talking about like Drake songs. So I was like, you know that one? I was like, the album cover, he's like sitting on a chair and there's a lot of gold and he's like looking down. She goes, whatever, I think it was Take Care or something. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, and then there's one with like a building. What's the one with the building? I was like, and then the one with the writing, with the bad handwriting. And yeah, so I know album covers. It was Fearless, which came out in 2008, which means, let me see. What was it? Fearless tour year. Let's see when it was. Houston. 2009 to 2010. How old was I in 2009 to 2010?
12.
Not 13. I was
going
not
with
12.
going with the highest possible number.
Let me actually do the math because I don't know how old
Actually,
I
I
was
just
in
have a
2009.
picture of you and it seemed anyway.
No, in 2009 I graduated from the 5th grade, so I was 10 years old. So I was literally 10. What did I say? 10, 11. This is what happens when you argue with me.
You
I'm
were
right.
born in 90. I'm doing math with the year you were born. Anyway, that's so fun. Well, the whole point is we went to the Taylor Swift concert, and then I took.
Am I driving you crazy?
Yes. Oh, my man.
But
My
hey,
man Solomon knows what I'm talking about. When I said Sally O'Malley, you have to do the kick. She was like, I'm 50. I had a whole wig and everything. Another wig, which I ended up wearing to be Mrs. Roper. Anyway, do you know who Mrs. Roper is?
No.
Oh.
That was before my era.
The Gen Xers?
That was before my era.
It was. It's actually, I was pretty young too. So we went to Taylor Swift and then I was thinking about like I had been to Jonas Brothers, Cheetah Girls, Hannah Montana, High School Musical. I mean, you went to a lot of things as a kid. And Taylor Swift was at your childhood era was the priciest.
I will say the fact that she was popping way back then and she's still popping, although can also say the same for Beyonce because anyway. Also, pet peeve.
So I was like done with like kid concerts. Although, like I said, I thought Taylor Swift was good, right? But I was done. So I decided I was going to get Abby back and I made her go to a New Kids on the Block and Boys to Men concert.
That was actually really fun.
She loved it. Wanted a t-shirt. She's like, these songs are really good. And I was like, oh. So yeah, I got to come up with something else to torture you besides my existence.
The thing is, I can have fun doing anything. So,
but anyway, let's get something like, let's get a little more serious.
Why? I don't want to.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I was going to say that my era, I had a hard time like narrowing down. I wanted like a cool sound to it. So I decided that this is my unbothered era.
unbothered. That's kind of what I said, like not being so like emotional. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't want to be like, I don't want to say like, I'm not trying to be like nonchalant or whatever, although I think I kind of am a little nonchalant. But no, unbothered. Just like, I've just had this new, the 50s, like everything's changing. The whole like said to somebody the other day, he was super, oh no, I was going to a doctor's appointment. And one of my friends was like imagining, hi, what are you doing?
I just have something to say.
Imagining like all the worst case scenarios.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not worried. And she's like, well, and let me know. And I was like, you know what? Worrying does not change the outcome.
But are you actually unbothered or are you just acting unbothered? Because as your free therapist, I would argue that you're not actually unbothered, except I don't have to follow HIPAA laws, so I can say, I don't think you're actually unbothered. I think you act unbothered because as a defense mechanism, which I do too. You know, I said earlier that I cry all the time. I cry all the time in private, but like most people I interact with, even like people close to me, like most people I interact with, don't like really see me cry like that because I don't like as a defense. I act also. I do the same thing. I act unbothered. Nothing bothers me, and then
things bother. I said I kind of use the term unbothered more just because it sounded cool, right? Yeah. But like I just mean like. Things like I'm not going to work. I'm bothered. If I don't feel good, it bothers me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I want to know what's going on and do whatever I need to do to make it go away. Right. But I'm not like worried. I'm not thinking, oh my gosh, what if this, what if that, what if that,
Are you unbothered? Because, so I had a situation with, somebody, and I think I've referenced this a couple of times on the show just because I'm like not sure exactly how I feel on this subject, right? So I had this person that I was like becoming friends with and stuff like that, and then this person kind of started to like pull away, and which is fine, like because we weren't like super, because I had tried a couple times with this person to like we had tried to be friends a couple of times, and then it didn't go anywhere, but then a couple of other things happened like when I wasn't around, and I acted like it didn't bother me. Well, at first I got really rah. I was really like, she's saying about me? What is she saying about me? And then I calmed down, and then I was like, well, I just like, and in my head, I'm like, well, I don't really care about like this individual. And that's kind of like my defense is I just act like I don't care about people or situations. But then in my head and like, or even with like my like really close friends, I'm saying like even other people I'm close with, I'm talking about like really, really close. I'll get like emotional and I'll like talk about things or whatever. But like when I talk about it, I'm like, oh no, this actually does kind of bother me a little bit.
I think and I think that's probably, this is not to, say anything about younger generation. It's just something I feel that I've made a change as I've gotten older is that whole like need to be liked or people pleasing or this some extreme or another, right? Like
do you think that's why I don't bring it up because I don't want people to like me? Because like I think the reason I don't you're not confrontational. I don't want the person to know that they got to me. Like for me, I have the power. If I say like, oh well, you can do whatever you want because it doesn't bother me. Like it gives me the power, but I think sometimes the reason I don't address things, and I've talked about this on other shows way in the past before too, the reason I think I'm not confrontational is because if I let them know that they bothered me, because if I do get to a point and I'm frustrated, I will start to cry and then they think they won, and I don't like that.
Oh, I feel that. You get that from me.
Even from from things that aren't even that tense, even things that don't have to be like a difficult conversation, I know I'll start crying because I cry at any difficult conversation, really.
But at the end of the day, like if it does bother you and you're thinking about it, you didn't really win. They think that.
Yeah.
But deep down, and I had like the simplest thing that I may have heard 100 times in my life that like completely changed something for me like very recently. Not super recently, but I was kind of hung up on a boy,
Yeah.
And overthinking all the things and being delusional and trying to think of all the scenarios where he wasn't a jackass.
Yeah.
Thinking the best of him and dumb. And like all I heard was what's for you will not pass you by. Mm. And that literally, that little simple sentence, I was over it.
Yeah.
Like really, like instantly over it. I was like, oh.
And it's crazy because
so weird.
you hear those things all the time, like everything happens for a reason, it's all in God's plan, or like you hear all these things and it's like it's easy, but sometimes the way, maybe a certain analogy or like a certain way something
just hits you.
Like, because that's a very like normal thing to say that like there's plenty of fish in the sea or whatever.
In that moment, I started I started thinking about everything: jobs, opportunities, friendships that end or whatever.
Yeah.
What's for you will not pass you by, and that like can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's the right fit, like if it's a job, then you'll get it. Like, you know what I mean? Or you won't leave it or whatever. In friendships, right? If it can just dissipate over something,
yeah,
it's not the friendship you thought it was, right? Or the relationship that you thought it was, because, and that's good to know, like kind of dodging the bullet, right? Like, so anyway.
Well, I think also a reason maybe to not bring things up too is like, I don't know. This is so niche. I don't feel like nobody's gonna know what I'm talking about.
I think if it meant something strongly to you, it would be brought up.
Well, I also think too that like I said, I'm gonna bring up a niche feud that happened online. So Gabby Hanna and Trisha Paytas, they beefed a while ago, right? And basically it was these two YouTubers, and they're both known for being dramatic and telling stories and maybe lying and also causing drama. Like that's what both of these girls are known for, that, right?
That's what we aspire to.
So the Gabby says, "Oh, me and Trisha have been friends for years," and Trisha says, "Well, we've never been friends." But then Gabby says something about Trisha to Trisha's boyfriend. Basically says, "I heard that."
This was all like on camera?
No, but they're talking about it on camera.
Those two are talking about it?
Yeah.
To each other?
Separately and together. They ended up doing a podcast together.
Oh, okay.
So, but Gabby said to Trisha's boyfriend, just be careful. I heard Trisha has an STD. Trisha's now mad because why is this random girl, because she doesn't see them as friends, why is this random girl telling him my business? And Gabby's like, blah, blah, blah. And also, why would you, if Trisha's your friend, why would you go tell her boyfriend? Anyways. And so they're having this like feud. And I think that's why, like, sometimes like I'm like, if it was like a friendship, if there's a friendship or any sort of relationship that's like long lasting and we're like very close, and there's that, like I talked about before on the Besties or Resties episode months ago, about like what makes someone a true friend, and it's loyalty, trust, caring, honesty, and respect.
Right.
And so if someone hasn't met all 5 of those things to me, I feel like I don't want to let them know that they got to me, because like in my like logically on paper, right, you weren't that close to me, right? But if someone who met all those 5 things hurt me, I think I would bring it up. But I think, like I said, right, I don't ever want it to come out like, girl, it wasn't even that deep. We weren't even friends like that. And here I am telling you something that hurt me. And then they can come back and say, well, I didn't even care about you like that. Because I think I've like encountered that before, where people kind of like discount like what I'm feeling, like, well, it shouldn't even matter to you. So I think to get ahead of it, I act like it doesn't matter.
Well, you've heard that. Let's just talk in cliches today. Like the whole thing too, like what somebody else thinks of you is not really your business, and then, then there's the whole, I have it. I bought it from Etsy and I never printed it out. Big surprise, I'm sure. But I have we'll talk to Stephanie about this next week.
We did get a little deep, actually. You said you wanted to get deep. We got a little deep.
I have the circle of like the things you can control and the things you can't control.
Yeah.
And that's like an important thing to remember too. Like, do not bother yourself and get hyped up about things you can't control. You cannot control what someone thinks of you.
Yeah.
And then if you try to, you end up into this like desperate people pleasing, kissing ass like thing. I've been there.
Oh, I'll never.
But you know what happens is you never get out of that, because if you stop, then that person, you know what I mean? If you stop the behavior that made them like you, anyway,
you like set that standard now,
right?
Like,
then you
this
start,
is how I behave.
Sure, like, and I definitely have been. I don't know if it's like FOMO, a little bit of FOMO, but I've definitely always been have a hard time saying no to things. Don't make that weird, but just like outings or whatever, or even like favors. Hard time saying no to my own detriment, to my own like, I don't even want to do this.
Yeah.
So that was one of the turning 50 things. Like I'm not gonna do this stuff anymore.
Well, yeah, and then that happens, and then you expect the same from other people too. You expect them to do
Oh, sure.
what you would do. And in reality, you don't even want to do what you were doing. You did it because you wanted them to, you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think I've ever done it because I expect the
I don't
same
think
in
that was
return.
necessarily intentional, but I think a little bit.
I haven't, but yes. I mean, there is a part of me that gets like, yes, there's an expectation that people
I think
will.
at any point, even if you're not keeping track, right? At any point, imbalance will make itself known. So if one person is putting more into a relationship,
Right.
and
Reciprocity. Am I saying that word right?
Yes.
Right. Like that's your
just-
expectation in any kind of
right. Like I'm not like a tit for tat kind of person. Like even in my relationship now, like we switch off paying or whatever. I'm not like keeping tabs or whatever. But like if one person started to pay way more, like you do start to notice, right? It's like I'm not really keeping tabs, but like if I think about the past few things, like I feel like I've been paying more. I feel like you've been paying more. Let me pay, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I think imbalance does show. So I think if you are the type of friend who says yes to everything, you might be a magnet though to people who take advantage of others.
For sure.
And so, but at the same time, if you're not properly communicating if you're not setting boundaries and you're not properly communicating what you want out of the friendship too, then you're also setting yourself up for like this is going to be an extreme example, right? But like predators like seek vulnerable things, right? So if you are vulnerable enough to like open yourself up and do everything for a person and bend over backwards for them, someone who feeds off of that is going to take advantage of that. So I do think sometimes those situations, I'm not saying you specifically, I'm just saying in general. I think because I've been in that same position where I feel like I'm giving more or whatever. And like you have to keep in mind that it is both sides. The person is being overly vulnerable and the other person is also being
right. Well, that's
predatory.
actually, I've talked about this on previous episodes. That's what, to be cliche, my healing journey or whatever.
You're in your healed girl era, your healing girl era.
I'm pretty good. Like I've been tested and I've passed the test a couple times. So,
really?
Yeah. So, yeah. So, and this is, let me like the extreme, like the thing that I've learned like the most. So this is what started it, is because I did at some point, and I am grateful for this. I had a brief, I don't even know if I can call it a relationship. I had a brief something.
Situationship.
I had a situationship that I was like in the middle of my healing journey when that happened. And there was definitely signs and red flags.
I don't know who you're talking about. Brief? Who?
Anyway, there was signs and red flags. I'm not going to say the name.
Can you whisper in my ear though for real? Oh, we got our microphones. No, seriously. Oh, okay. Wait. Okay.
I'm like,
I know.
I'm so discreet. Anyway,
that's why I muted the microphone so you could say it.
And I still whisper it. And like,
she does do that sometimes. We'll be somewhere in our house where only her and I and 3 animals live, and she'll be like, "Oh my god!" And he said, "I'm like, why are you whispering?"
Okay, because I'm having secondhand embarrassment. Anyway, so it was brief, and there were definitely there were red flags and signs. I second guessed myself a bit, right? Because I was still in the middle, of kind of self-awareness and all this stuff, right? So it's kind of like, is that a red flag, or have I read so much about it? Now I'm making everything a red flag.
I think
right?
you do that a little bit, yeah. But I do also think you need to be cautious too.
So I dismiss some stuff, and then a little further down the line, the flags got darker red, or there was more of them, whatever you
Probably
want.
more, yeah.
The flags were flying, and I cut it no, and confronted it, and was lied to, but whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But and then that same person came back with some BS that I anyway, point being, and then now I've been out on a couple of dates here and there, and and it's like, I listen more.
Yeah.
And I don't overthink what people say. Listen carefully.
Just take them for exactly what
Listen
they say.
carefully. Watch the actions. I went on one date recently. right? And kind of
That's the
talked
beauty
about,
of-
huh?
Should I? Never mind. I'll shut up. I feel like I said too much.
Oh, no.
No
it
take
just,
backs. Remember last week? I need to shut up.
no take back.
I'll be quiet.
But so I went on a date and we went to the movies, whatnot. And then we went and had a drink. And then I went home. He went home,
Mhm.
and then he messaged me. Oh, his children live there. One date, you're not meeting his children. I'm not going over there, that kind of thing. Right. And so he messaged me after he got home to ask me if I wanted to come over and have another drink as long as I left in the morning before his children woke up.
Yes.
Sir,
And
you took me to a movie
yeah.
on a Wednesday. Like, really? Like,
Yeah.
so I was like, I'm going to just give that a alcohol, whatever. Next morning, apology. I'm so sorry. That was inappropriate. Oh, all right, fine.
Yeah.
So we had already planned a second date for Saturday,
Mhm.
right? So Friday, he's like, hey, going out with my friends. Do you want to join? I'm like, no, I think I'm going to stay home. I'll see you tomorrow, whatever.
Mhm.
I get another 2:40 a.m. text. Do you want to come over? Well, wait.
He
So
wanted-
I didn't.
He wanted some of that Virginia.
So I didn't go out with you. I said I wanted to stay in, but you think I'm going to get up at 2-something a.m. and drive up?
Oh yeah.
Like that
He got
is
the wrong one.
that is some minimal effort.
He got the
That is some minimal
wrong
effort.
one.
So anyway, so the next day, now I don't know, and it doesn't matter, right? I don't know if he was upset that,
Mhm.
I hadn't taken him up. I don't know, but he canceled the Saturday night plans. He said he went too hard on Friday night. Okay, quite honestly, take all of that out of the equation.
Mhm.
If we've had a first date and you're excited to see me on a second date, you should have not gone out the night before.
Agreed.
That's where I'm at. Like, if you're really excited to see me, then maybe you shouldn't have done the most. Is it too long?
No,
I didn't
I'm
really read it.
trying to let you know that we're gonna go.
Okay. Oh, well, anyway. So the lesson, kids.
Mhm.
The lesson, kids, is I used to really have this wall up. I'm not saying it's completely demolished, right? I think
Mhm.
that's probably natural as you get older and you have more baggage and more bad experiences.
Yeah.
Good experiences, but of course, sometimes the bad ones take hold. I think that, you put this wall up and you're like, and then you want to put new people through some sort of test, right? Like to see if you can trust them.
Yeah.
But I think really if you only have to trust yourself.
Yeah.
I didn't have to
And your
know.
judgment.
Like I said, whatever he said to me, whatever it was, it doesn't matter what was true, what wasn't true, what his intentions were. I wasn't comfortable.
Mhm.
And I didn't think he was doing enough
Yeah.
to show a healthy, respectable interest in me.
That's quite literally
me,
how you set boundaries and set standards, though.
Yeah.
Is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he maybe used to acting that way with women, and I'm sure a lot of women were okay with that. And I'm sure you would have even been okay with that at a point in
at
time.
one point. Mm-hmm.
And I was even talking.
You teach people how to treat you, right?
I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday who doesn't have a lot of dating experience, hardly any at all, really. And she's telling me about this guy, and I was like, oh, you like him. Like, I can tell. Like, she's just really giddy and stuff like that. And they had hung out before. But they're going on like their first official date. But when they hung out before, I was like, well, did he pay for you? And she goes, well, no, because it was like a hangout. There's like other people there. Like, I didn't really feel like it was like a real date. So I didn't want him to like think that was a date. I was like, okay, you're setting the expectation for a date. And then she said something about, oh, well, he suggested our next day we go to the aquarium. And I said, girl, the aquarium's expensive. I said, he better pay. She goes, well, whatever she said. I don't remember like everything. But I remember I was drilling it in her. I'm like, he offered up aquarium. He can afford aquarium, girl. And I said, if you don't do what I've done in the past, where like, I've like dated somebody before, and I felt like they should have paid, but like I was like, well, no, I'll pay for myself. Like, I don't want to put that on you, because a lot of the like narrative online now is like, what do women bring to the table? Like, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, the girl's only with us for our money. Meanwhile, the man has no money. So what money, girl? Anyways, so I've been the like quote unquote pick me girl that's been like, well, no, you don't have to pay for me. I'll pay for myself. And then there's just take them off, mama. Just take them off.
I don't want to. The bank. Here, can you just take it? Oh my god. Thank you.
But yeah, I basically said no. You need so back to like setting standards, even as simple as like paying. Like on the first date, you don't even reach for your wallet, then he'll never expect you to reach for your wallet. And also, like you said, if you like are like, oh, I don't like this behavior, and you denounce that from the jump, like the first time they do it, then they're like, oh shit, she doesn't play around. Like
Right.
I'm not gonna do this again. I'm gonna be extra careful. If he cares, if he doesn't care, he's gonna do it again, and then that tells you that's your answer. Okay, I've expressed that I don't like this kind of behavior, and you've done it yet again, and so that means you need to stand on what you said. Whoever, not you, but
Right.
anybody. Like,
Absolutely.
You know, you can set a boundary, and then if someone crosses it and there's no consequences, why would they respect your boundaries going forward?
Well, and then on top of it, after the canceling, then I did also get the offer to meet up at 1 a.m. for a drink. So now he suddenly is revived once again at 1 a.m. And I was just like, no. And so I just said, I don't think our values are aligned, with or what we want is aligned. And I thought I was nice about it. And he did respond if, can we talk? And this and that. I did no.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew him for a week. I went on one day. You know what I mean? That's not,
I have no reason.
There was enough that I didn't like that it was like, I mean.
Well, and then when it comes to second chances and stuff like that, I think it depends on how much that person matters to you. If you don't matter to me, why would I give you a second chance? Now, if it's someone, I think you do give more chances to the people you like more. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times?
I didn't really have a chance to.
Because he was acting that way.
Well, because I didn't know that.
Can we do Am I the Asshole?
Yeah.
Because we have 2 minutes. Okay, this one is Am I the Asshole for, hold on, let's read some comments actually really quick.
We kind of ignored everyone today. It's been a weird day. It's the bangs.
Anna said, I don't even ask for the check. LOL, that's a him question. An interaction, not me.
I did want to say, like, I saw this really quick, like a real TikTok, whatever it is, about how you ever notice the men who think that women are gold diggers are the men who don't have any money? She's like, because rich men, they don't worry about it.
Yeah.
They like spending money on women. They don't care.
Yeah.
They attract you.
It's the broke ass dudes that have a problem that love to say women are with them for their money. I'm like, you work at Taco Bell. What do you mean? What money, girl?
I'm with you for the tacos, sir. Let's be clear.
Nothing against working at Taco. Hey, I worked at fast food before. I'm not even hating. I'm just saying no one thinks, retail fast food employee and things wealthy. So if you think a girl's with you for your money, girl, what money? Like that. And you know what? You're probably a drug dealer if you say that, because anyway.
Also, like, yeah. I mean, maybe in your early 20s, like you're going to split things more in this,
Yeah,
but
I agree. If you're in college and stuff like that.
At this age.
And like, certain, like maybe a trip or things like that, I think. And if your partner's like financial ability, roundabout. You have an idea, right? Yeah. So like if this person, like, you can kind of tell, like, okay, maybe they can't afford to take me on a trip, but they can afford to buy me dinners most of the time. You know what I mean? There are like certain things, but some people, they get their trips paid for too. More power to you, girl. Can I do the Am I the Asshole?
I just think at my age, like that actually is,
it's 12 o'clock.
It's not gold digger. It's not superficial to want somebody who has security.
Yeah.
Has a place to live, has a solid job, has reliable transportation.
I don't think that's being a gold digger. I think that's what I'm saying. A standard.
Right. But I've seen, like, I've some of the TikToks and stuff, because somehow I got on like I think it's because I do the Gen X, Gen Z stuff.
Yeah.
Like men really act like, oh, she just wants me because, I have an apartment and my own car.
That's bare minimum.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying also, like, because we live in the city of Houston. I could not date somebody that doesn't have a car. No. First of all, assuming you live somewhere that you could walk to my house because you think I'm just driving to your house all the time or picking you. No.
I'm gonna pick on, because even when I met Richard Rivera, he didn't have a car. Just saying.
Well, and I've dated the men that don't have cars. So like I've been there, done that. Never doing it again. So that's not even when men say, like, oh, she's a gold digger because she wants me for my car. No, nobody wants you for your Toyota.
Not if you have a car too.
Nobody wants you for your Toyota Corolla, Sean. Like, sorry, Michael. No one gives a fuck about your Honda Civic. And I drive a Honda Civic. So I'm just like, no one's like, ooh, sexy, like Kia Rio you have there.
I wooed your father with my 1995 Geo Metro.
Or even the apartment thing, right? Like, it's not even like, like, thanks, Brad. I love your studio apartment. Like, no, it's literally like you should have a home and you should have a car. It's the fact that like those are seen as luxuries is insane.
Well, I mean, we could have a whole other discussion on how much stuff costs these days.
That is true. That is true. That is true. But then don't go around saying that women want you for your money. Sorry.
Oh, I mean, anyway.
This was a rant about men. It's 12 o'clock. We're not doing Am I the Asshole because Jennifer talked too much.
And I was late.
And she was late.
What do I do? I mean, how'd I do?
She looks like
I
was going to say something earlier. I want to say it now.
Okay.
Does anyone remember? This is not. Was this a fever dream or did this actually happen? Taylor Swift. This was when I was a fan back in the day. I don't know. It was maybe that same era, 2009, 2010. I don't know. She did a song with T-Pain and she was like rapping. It happened. Matter of fact, I know the show's over.
Can I
I know I didn't make this
Can
up.
I post the video of you singing a Taylor Swift song at my cousin's wedding?
No.
Anybody who knows me, I'll send it.
This did actually happen. I know I didn't make this up. It was Taylor Swift and T-Pain. Yep, it's called Thug Story. Instead of Love Story, Thug Story.
That's funny.
Y'all need to look it up. It came out how many years ago? Oh, this says 6 months ago, but that was not 6 months ago. It was literally
I'm going to look it up. Even though I have a lot going on at the moment. I love this shirt. I'm going to wear it all day.
Is that something Taylor Swift says?
She wore this in the Eras tour. And with these shorts. I got the whole thing going on. Oh, wait.
Are you going to do a road trip like that?
Wait.
I like that tote bag. Can I have it? That's really
Yes.
cute. Where'd you get it?
I don't know.
I like it.
And
Is it like-
she wore, look.
Oh, I thought it was a different material. Oh,
Got the hat.
cute.
I got the whole thing going.
You look very like this is a very like millennial outfit. A millennial would wear this for sure. Taylor Swift is a millennial, I'm pretty sure.
And then, because I didn't want you to feel left out.
Oh.
See? Thanks for joining us, you guys, on our Eras tour.
On our Eras tour. Hold on,
I
we have
can't
a
hear
comment.
anything because I haven't had the hat on.
That's okay. Yes, thank you guys so much for joining us today. I love you. Peace and blessings. Follow us on all platforms at Journey's Ambitions. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you get notified every time we post a video. I'm good with the YouTuber spiel, girl.
You are.
I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good.
Also, next week we have our new series. We're gonna maybe the last weekend one episode a month. We will be having a guest.
Yes. So next week we have the wonderful, the smart, the talented, the beautiful Stephanie Burrell. Woo! Everybody cheer! Woo!
We need sound effects. Okay.
We do need sound effects. She's gonna be on next week. We're gonna do a segment called Paths and Passions. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it?
Yeah, we made it up.
Okay, if you get it, put an emoji in the comments. If you get it, put it in the comments. Sorry, I'm reading it. Anyways, so yeah, follow us on all platforms. I want my glasses back on. I don't want to do the rest of this without something on my face. Peace and blessings. Love you all. We're going on a trip. Also, wish us some safe travels too. Come on, don't be rude.
You're fired up. I don't know how this.
I am fired
It's
up.
it's not a super long road trip, but I feel like it might be long with you all fired up.
I am fired up. I think I might drive you crazy.
Also, I'm hungry, and you're like on a whole health food kick, so I don't know how that's gonna go.
I know.
I'm getting McDonald's. Love you, y'all. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next Friday, same bat channel.
Love you.
Bye.